Oh my god, she's a weirdo.
Hello, 'tis I, Fat Cow, and Pebbles. Yesterday's live. You know, the one with the hijab. I have a lot to say about some things that came up during that live. Some things that strongly indicate the future Foodie Beauty is trying to work towards. Probably, given the space of time these changes in attitude and appearance have occurred, due to a conversation she probably had with Salah yesterday, although she'll claim she didn't talk to him. But I could probably quote verbatim what was said, but I'll explain that later. Obviously, we're going to be watching the Looney Tunes. Aren't we, Pebbles? Yeah?
Yeah, for now. Anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to cover completely to come live. I'm like, have I thought about busking? Jean, what would I do if I was busking? And no, Salah did not ask me to wear a hijab. I'm wearing...
One, Foodie claims she was too lazy to get ready, so she just threw this on. Two, she also states she wanted to be completely covered up. So neither of those reasons were particularly religious. And then, suspiciously enough, she states before anybody else states, no, she didn't do it for Salah, which basically indicates, yes, I fucking did it for Salah.
Yeah, because I want to. I don't know why people have a problem with it. Like, it's my... If I want to wear it or not, like, what does it matter?
The problem we have with it is how unseriously you're taking the whole thing. You're making a mockery of the religion. It's a farce. You change your mind so often, and your behaviour and your character doesn't go with this costume. Your changes in outlook doesn't go with the costume. It's surface level Islam. You've taken the easiest requirement that you can take, even though it's not actually a requirement, and that's the extent of your actual effort. The reason we have a problem with it is you're making a mockery of the faith, and you're doing this for the wrong reasons. You're doing this for a man, whether he's asked you directly to do this or not. You're probably doing it because you think he wants you to do it, when the fact of the matter is he couldn't give two shits if you wore a burqa and only showed your eyeballs. He doesn't want you, Foodie, despite what you're going to talk about coming up.
I was busking, and no, Salah did not ask me to wear a hijab. I'm wearing it because I want to. I don't know why people have a problem with it. Like, it's my... If I want to wear it or not, like, what does it matter? I find when I wear it, some people are like, aw. How is a man controlling me, salty dog? He didn't ask me at all. I haven't even talked to him today.
Right. Body language again. I know, some of you guys really love that. She's telling the truth that Salah didn't ask her to do that, judging by her body language. But she's lying when she said she hasn't even spoken to him today. She's doing what she always does when a guy stops showing interest, and that's to morph herself into a caricature of what she thinks he wants. Despite the fact she's been protesting for a long time that she feels muted and that Salah wants her to change and he should accept her for who she is because he knew what she was like. She is doing it for a man, but not because he asked her to. She's doing it to manipulate him, to show him that she has changed, because he's voiced some concerns about her behaviours and how she's been presenting herself. So she's modifying them so that he can't complain about that anymore. Well, what you're going to find out is things have developed somewhat in this Salah suggesting ways to prevent Foodie from going back to Syria, because he really legitimately wants nothing to do with her now. He's wiped his hands of the whole Foodie Beauty thing, but he's keeping her around, one, for money, and two, because he knows what she'll do, or he thinks he knows what she'd do, should he legitimately tell her to fuck off.
Or yesterday. I think.
So yeah, she spoke to him that day and yesterday. And from what she's going to talk about, we know exactly what was discussed.
The pin is going to poke me in the chin. You guys seem happier? You haven't seen me this morning. No, actually, I didn't wake up panicking. But the cat, she's abuser. I'll just say that.
Oh, the cat isn't keeping the same hours as Foodie. And to preempt something she's about to say, the average cat sleeps 16 hours a day, and they are arboreal animals. They are neither nighttime animals or daytime animals. They are most active in the dawn and dusk. You're welcome.
Because I want to wear it. Oopsie. No, it's not an attempt to get Salah back.
That's a flagrant lie, and you can tell by her body language it's an attempt to get Salah back. Foodie has no shame, no pride, no dignity. She's also obsessive and possessive. She's a single white female. She's a bunny boiler. She's, what is it? The reindeer, whatever reindeer. I think that's the name. She's not someone anyone would be wise to get involved with. She's a nightmare. Literally.
It's not only a religious garment, Gunter, but I am Muslim. Yes, I am.
The reasons you give for being a Muslim. Okay, you took the Shahada, so you reverted. So in the eyes of the authorities, because you would get a certificate, you are a Muslim. If you genuinely, legitimately meant it, in the eyes of God, you're also a Muslim. But the other day, you said out loud to more than 2 witnesses, because you're online, that you weren't a Muslim anymore. And therefore, unless you take a Shahada again, you're not on a technicality.
I took the Shahada. I prayed to Allah. No, I'm not perfect, but I still identify as Muslim.
And I identify as a significantly slimmer, much fitter individual who's about 30. It does work like that, doesn't it? I mean, it must do. I mean, if she can do it, why can't I?
There's moments where I was like unsure or like confused about stuff, but
when she said there was a moment where I was unsure, she not shook her head as if to say no. So she's not unsure about her religion, and she knows she's not religious. I mean, a lot of people change their personalities when they get into relationships. I was one of them. I can't say for sure I'm not still one of them because I'm avoiding relationships. It's my choice to be single currently. Let's say I'm hoping that should a relationship occur in the future, I'm no longer the sort of person that tries to be what I think the other person wants to be. But I wouldn't go as fucking far as faking an entire religion. I think in my early 20s, for one boyfriend, I faked liking playing Street Fighter. And for my husband, I tried to be the perfect traditional Muslim wife, but not Muslim wife, because he wasn't particularly dedicated to his faith. So I tried to do all the things that was expected on one level and tried to be a somewhat freer individual on the other level, and it didn't work because what he wanted contradicted my belief in Islam, and therefore I didn't drink or smoke weed or go partying or stuff anymore. So the person he met was one thing. I then found God and became something he didn't want, ironically enough. My belief didn't fit in with his lifestyle, so I became boring. Which is really funny when you think about it. It's the polar opposite of what we're doing here. Yes, I was more Muslim than my Muslim husband, who was born Muslim. Definitely, I was. Obviously, I'm not Muslim anymore. Again, maybe one day I'll explain everything. But I was very strict religiously, and I wasn't veiled because that's not actually a requirement.
While I'm working on myself, I'm going to try to find, like, you know... Let me ask you a question. If I was, like, interested in going into Christianity and stuff, would people do the same thing?
Yeah, if you were that laissez-faire about it, if you were that casual about it, if you were making such a mockery about that faith, absolutely, categorically, yes. If it was obvious you were pretending to be a certain faith because that just happens to be the faith of the man you're interested in, yes, absolutely, 100% without question. Yes.
Be the same way? No. No, because I'm not Jewish, so I wouldn't wear Jewish hats. I've been chatting with, like, a sister via email. I'm probably gonna...
No. That's a flagrant lie as well. You can tell by the body language. The need to create mythical people in order to back up stories is as convincing as Amber saying, "Ask my mum." Really.
I'm gonna get some, like, spiritual guidance counseling, as along with my, you know, see ya. How do you know that's the only thing I do as a Muslim is say Bismillah? You don't live with me? Why do you give a shit? Like, who comes into someone's chat and tells them how, like, what they believe, what they feel? Like, people go through confusing times in their religion. It's personal. It's up to me. If I want to wear the hijab one day, like, it's not up to you. It's not your business. And I'll just block you.
I mean, she's really fucking defensive about this. She doesn't actually want to be doing this. It's just for Salah, and she hates it. I've never seen a more desperate individual when it comes to trying to attract or stay with or keep men that are so obviously uninterested. It's the result of her daddy issues. The desperation to have a father in her life, and not get it, regardless of how she behaved, good or bad, has manifested into this behaviour. Freud would have been ecstatic to have her as a subject of study. She is almost a caricature of daddy issues. Yeah. I feel a new video coming up.
What's concerning? Why does it seem like everything is such a secret to you? Because I'm allowed privacy in my fucking life. Like, I'm allowed privacy in my life. Do you not get that? You have questions, but I don't have to answer your questions. It's my life. I don't care if you don't believe in Islam or you think it's fake or whatever. I don't give a shit. Nobody asked me for money. Nobody asked me for shit. I'm not wearing it for...
Did anybody say in chat that Salah's asked you for money? Because I don't think they did. And therefore, the fact you've brought it up, preempting the question, indicates, because today is their payday, I've calculated it, I've worked it out for movements and things, because YouTube payday is between the 21st and the 26th of the month, and the activity around their payday is particularly prevalent on the 20th. So I think she gets paid on the 21st. And Salah, money has been discussed, let's say.
Anybody, I'm wearing it for myself. I don't care if Amberlynn got demonetized. If my Foodie Beauty channel gets demonetized, I'll use the couples channel.
Now, I looked into this. If your main channel or one of your channels gets demonetized, any channel that is tied to you, Foodie, will share the same AdSense information, and therefore you will be demonetized on all channels you own. If the couple's channel is in Salah's name, though, it would still be monetized because the AdSense money would come to him. However, the only way that would work is if the AdSense in Salah's name is still registered to his addresses in Kuwait. If the AdSense on the couple's channel is registered to Salah, but registered to where he is actually living in Syria, AdSense goes against the sanctions. So here's the dilemma. Either all the money she will earn on her couple's channel goes to Salah when Foodie's main channel gets demonetized, because it will. She's already had some videos privated or age restricted. YouTube are looking at her channel. So either all the money will go to Salah and therefore will no longer be in Foodie's control. She'll have to ask Salah for money for things because she won't be getting any. Or it is in Foodie's name, which means the channels share AdSense and both channels will be demonetized and there'll be no money at all. The other option is Salah registered his new address in Syria and there'll be no AdSense at all because Syria is sanctioned. Whichever way we look at this, whether the couple's channel can still get money or not, Foodie herself will not be getting any money directly at all.
It is just clothes. I watch some people who wear hijab or headscarf. You can wear a head. What's the difference between wearing a scarf? Like, you can wear a scarf if you want. You don't have to. Like, there's Muslims who don't wear hijab. I wore hijab for 3 years. You think it's so easy for me to just take it off? I don't feel right.
It's as easy as taking it off the very next day, by your claim, you arrived in Canada. You found it very fucking easy. I'd say, judging by your behaviour and your temperament and your body language, you're finding it significantly more difficult putting it back on. Excuse me, because you hate it. You hate wearing it. You don't want to wear it. You're just doing it because you're so desperately, pitifully fucking dying to get some approval from Salah, some indication that he is not done with you yet.
Hopefully you get demonetized too. Then who are you going to come and hang on with your no life? Someone else, I guess. I have chin hair? No, it's the string. I still have a right to a private life. If I don't want to share something with you, I won't share it. So
then don't come online. Or only make vlogs where you don't have any dialogue. Lives, you're going to be asked questions. You're going to get annoyed about it. And it's not fun either. If you don't want your private life, you know, don't do lives.
Don't get mad if I don't answer your question. No, I brought it from Syria. I brought some hijabs with me because I knew that I'm conflicted. I'm confused. I'm not sure. Muslim queen. I did not have a corn dog today. Maybe that's why, but I do have chin hair. But I have to keep up with it, plucking and stuff. I don't celebrate Christmas, but I'll probably go have dinner at my mom's and stuff and spend time with my family. Yeah, if it's forced to be worn, that's a different problem. Yes, should be a choice. I agree. I'm not feeling Muslim. You can get out of here too. I'm tired of like some of my audience, like the immature people. I don't know. Yeah, I woke up and felt Muslim today. Right? Yeah. Even though I spent the last.
Have you noticed? She was nodding in affirmation when she said that. So it was a double positive statement. What she said and her body language confirms, yes, she woke up this morning and felt Muslim. She woke up this morning and decided to veil to get Salah's interest again, or keep Salah's interest again, or whatever the fuck it is to do with Salah that she thinks that's going to achieve. She woke up this morning to do and decided to do this. Her body language agrees with her.
3 years being Muslim. All right. Do you guys go after Christians like this? I'm just wondering. Would you go pick on Christian or other people of other like religions?
Yes, absolutely. If they were doing what you're doing for the reasons you're doing it. Abso-fucking-lutely.
No, I didn't say Islam was. I said some cultures are. And that's why some people believe that Islam is misogynistic and stuff. I'm happy you're doing.
Yeah, that's not quite what you said. Come here, you. You want to sleep, don't you? You don't know where to go. There we go. Come on, baby. Yeah, I know. There we go.
Doing Islam classes. Yeah, I need to learn a lot more. Hell, people, hey Danielle, people who say, oh, you didn't even learn about Islam, maybe learn about the religion first. Well, okay, let's go for that argument then. When I was baptized as a baby and I was shitting my diaper, I didn't know anything about Christianity.
The baptism isn't for you in that way. It's for the parent's peace of mind, so that if something happened to you, you would still go to heaven. Okay. Your awareness of the baptism wasn't necessary.
When I was confirmed, when I had my communion.
The fact when you were confirmed and had communion, you didn't know anything about the faith says more about you. Okay? Just saying.
I didn't know anything about Christianity the whole time I was a Christian. I had no choice of religion. So does that mean that, I don't get it. You can learn along the way. You can learn the gist of it. I believe in God is the number one thing. Then the other thing that I learned was about the...
Hang on, I got distracted.
I had no choice of religion. So does that mean that, I don't get it. You can learn along the way. You can learn the gist of it. I believe in God is the number one thing. Then the other thing that I learned was about the prophets and everything like that.
She believes in God. She didn't learn about the prophets. My opinion, based on her body language.
And that's just, they asked me when I took my Shahada, do you believe in this? Do you believe in this? A few things. Yes.
You said it in Arabic. Did you know the actual words? Did you know the actual words? Did you know what they meant? Did you know the meaning behind them? Or did you just repeat what was said to you? So, the Shahada, in a nutshell, is a declaration that you make with witnesses, 2 men, 4 women, 2 men or 4 women, because in Islam, in terms of law and witnesses, you need 2 women to replace a man. There are very good parts about Islam, even with regards to the treatment of women. That is just not one of them, but still. Basically, is Ilila ala Allah Muhammadun Rasulullah. Okay? Which is, I believe in one God, which is Allah, and Muhammad is his one and only prophet. Okay? Obviously the Shahada, the actual Shahada is more detailed, but the sentence I just said is enough. Okay? As long as you legitimately believe what you were saying. And that is where you fuck up.
The rest you can learn later, And if you ever decide to change religions, you're allowed to. Freedom of religion.
Not within Islam. You're not allowed to just change. I stopped being a Muslim, and as far as legitimate Muslims are concerned, as far as the religion of Islam is concerned, that is by far the worst thing I could have done at all, without question. I turned my back on Islam. I am the biggest fucking sinner in that regards. And you turned your back on Islam and announced you were no longer a Muslim about a week ago. You can't just take that back. It was witnessed by thousands of people. And God would know you meant it. There's quite a bit of shit you would actually legitimately have to do to even get yourself back on the Islam train, foodie? A lot. And putting on a hijab is definitely not enough. Now, I talk about Islam as if I know about Islam. I'm not an expert, let's say, but I am an individual who studied it and studied it really intensely prior to converting, and I was a practicing Muslim for 6 years. I've read the Quran many, many times. I have discussed this with other Muslims. I have gone to mosques. I have been taught how to pray. I have been taught how to say the prayer in Arabic. I have conferred with scholars, and my shahada was taken at one of the largest mosques in the Middle Eastern country I reside in by the imam, with my parent-in-laws as witnesses, amongst other witnesses. And I cried the minute I was declared a Muslim. I was so overwhelmed and moved and happy. So while I'm no longer a Muslim, for reasons I will explain one day, at the time I believed with every fibre of my being, and I was certain, I was sure, I followed every single required element of me, with the exception of going on the pilgrimage. I think I can quite safely say, at the very least, I know a shitload more about Islam and being a Muslim than you do, foodie, and you are an abomination. You make a mockery of a faith that I hold quite close to my heart, because there are some fucking excellent parts to the philosophy of Islam that I still to this day follow, because it's just basic, common human decency, and you have none of it in you.
Is a thing. I know, if you don't like what I do, just go away. It's plain and simple. I think they baptize you as a baby to save your soul. You're an idiot, pumpkinhead. What does that even have to do with anything? No, they don't. Muslims don't persecute.
Yeah, it has as much to do with anything as you saying it was against your wishes to be baptised. So you've just proven the fucking point.
You're an idiot, pumpkinhead. What does that even have to do with anything? No, they don't. Muslims don't persecute. What? Yeah. My soul does need saving, and actually, that's why I actually think that the only thing that matters, like when I look around my apartment, all the stuff I have, and just like everything in life, everything is just like, when I even think of like with the situation with Salah.
This whole speech she's giving right now, based on body language, as complete and utter bullshit, and she doesn't believe any of it. This is probably one of the things that she discussed with Salah yesterday. One of the narratives she's trying to sell him, because he's probably saying right now, you can't live in Syria, the lifestyle doesn't suit you, there's not enough facilities for you to be happy, there's not enough material things, there's not enough amenities. So she's saying, no, I can rough it as good as anybody, which is utter bullshit. A few weeks after arriving in Syria initially, you had to fuck off to a hotel to get air conditioning and fast food. Nobody believes this story you're trying to sell, including yourself.
With even people you love, your mother, your father, you're going to lose everything you have one day, and the only thing you're going to have left is God. If you believe in that, you know. Tracy. Yeah, we should unite against Satan. Screw you, Satan! No, his family doesn't sit and laugh at people because they're not stupid jerks like you, Space Heater. Sorry. No, he's not coming to Canada. I knew people would act this way.
That's the truth. He's not coming to Canada. So what she's doing currently is trying to convince him she should go back to Syria. Now, she's going to start randomly, excuse me, talking about wanting to travel in the future, by which she means going to Syria. Now, she's going to suggest that it's to Syria as a vacation, you know, to bring Sasa some stuff and to see Julia. But this is just a bigger version of all I need to do is get into his house. She thinks all she needs to do is to get into Syria, and the rest will fall into place to her wishes. There's a part of me that wishes she does go back to Syria, because give it a month and she'll want to go back to Canada again, and she'll find that significantly more difficult without the donations from her visas. And she will be stuck and unhappy, and it will be everything she deserves. And demonetised, because it is coming.
Changed 3 times just because I have different families that have different values. Jewish, Hebrew, Christianity, spiritual journey. Nice. Yeah. But I'm addressing, I'm defending, my religion choice or my choice of, you know what I mean? So it's just so much better. I've seen Split. My tiny espresso custom. There's some things that I just can't get rid of from living over there for 3 years, I don't care if you want to wear a hijab or pass a strainer or elf ears. Yeah, like, spirituality is a journey. It's not just like a,
She doesn't believe a word she's saying. She's saying the words because they're the words she's expected to say. She doesn't believe them at all. Not in the slightest. She's on no journey. She's just trying to rekindle Salah's interest.
No. I removed I privated and a lot of my videos. Am I hurting anyone? Like, I'm not doing anything bad. You know what I mean? Like,
if an individual with the current issue, that is the controversy behind Amber's demonetisation, this illness that involves food, watched you eating, it could very well trigger an episode. You are hurting people. You're trivializing this subject. You're also glorifying this subject. You're monetizing this subject, and you're fetishizing this subject. But you can't see that because you don't care.
Astrid, yeah. But, well, Christians shouldn't sin either, I agree. Nobody's perfect. Actually, Allah expects that we're going to sin. Like, I'm not condoning.
Just because he expects you to sin doesn't mean you just can. He expects you to try not to. He knows you probably will, but he at least wants you to try not to. That's not how it works, foodie. You have to struggle to avoid the sin, not just sin because it's inevitable. You've got to try not to do it. It's the effort. You're rewarded for the effort.
It, but it happens. Yeah. Yeah, not everyone's going to agree yet. Yeah, I know, YouTube lover. Yeah, I haven't even gotten around to changing my channel. His links shouldn't be there. Oh, I don't know how to remove, even my old Twitch is still.
She knows how to remove everything and change everything. She's not doing it because, it means Salah's definitely gone. She's in denial. Absolute categorical denial.
There, the Twitch link. I don't know how to do that. Confession literally exists for you to go and confess your sins to be forgiven. I know. But the way they act, it's like only Muslims sin. They always point out the haram. Well, it's also against most religions, because most religions preach peace, right? To bully people, to drink, to do anything, to do a lot of bad things. Like,
they're pointing out when you do it, because you claim to be a Muslim. They're not Muslims, or they're not a faith that is, they haven't declared a faith. They're not forcing a faith down people's throats. They're pointing out when you do it, even if they are doing it, they're not claiming to be Muslim. They're not hypocrites in that regards because they're not claiming to be pious or trying to be pious. That doesn't make them hypocrites. Me pointing out what you do wrong Islamically wouldn't make me a hypocrite if I did these things, because I don't claim to be a Muslim. I just know stuff about Islam because I was a Muslim once. So I could point out you smoke cannabis, and that's wrong, because taking anything that is mind altering, even medicinally, is frowned upon. But I'm neither a Muslim, nor do I actually smoke anything or take anything that is mind altering. So I'm not a hypocrite, and I doubt very much that the majority of people criticising you fall under the same umbrella as you. I think that made sense. It's very hard to concentrate when you've got a cat on the back of your neck who's asleep.
And people still do them, but they don't go after them because they're Christian or whatever, How do you feel about witchcraft? I don't really believe in it, honestly, but I don't know if I believe in it or not. It's not something I've ever explored, so.
She believes in the tarot. She believes in fortune telling. She believes in a fair bit of things, astrology, that are actually, get this, foodie, haram in terms of Islam. Her body language says she actually does believe these things. So let's add that to the list of things you do or think or believe in that go against. I'm getting tired of saying this. Yeah, goes against Islam.
I don't know. We have a witchy beezer, so I don't want to offend her. I don't know. Looks interesting. What will your content be moving forward? I don't think there's anything really different. I'm just, you guys know I'm a conflicted person, and I'm just learning and finding my way. That's it. So yeah, it's going to be a bit weird, but am I going to rent a car? I'm probably not going to rent a car until December, because November is a bit tight budget-wise, because I've
already spent everything. Because I have no control over money, and now I'm broke. But today, as in today, the day after this, I will have money. So expect a few more streams where I'm slurring significantly. And while I'm at it, actually, I'm going to make a prediction. This failing shit. Beginning of December, it'll be gone. Beginning of December. So it's the 21st. Beginning of December. First week in December. That shit is gone.
You know, I bought like all my furniture, like the couch, my bed, TV stand, TV, all that.
Not from your money. Not from your money did you buy these things. So it doesn't matter when you throw them away.
Stuff. So I need to like be chill a bit. And I did rent a car already, so you know. So budget-wise, it's not going to be really probably wise to do that. It's really expensive to do it. I hate. Okay, anybody who like harasses me about the hijab needs to be blocked. You don't belong here. Like, why am I having people like hating on the hijab? Like, that's so fucking Islamophobic. I need a swear jar. I need to stop swearing. That's what I need to do. I agree. I swear a lot. And this person is anti-Islam. You know, soon.
I would argue it's not Islamophobic because it's you who's wearing it, and it's very obvious you're not convinced about wearing it for the reasons you're trying to convince us you're wearing it. You wear the hijab for Salah in the same way as I would wear a low-cut top when on a date, if you get what I mean. The hijab for you is like sexy lingerie for other women, because you can't get him the sexy lingerie way, so you're getting him this way. This is your thing for Salah in the same way that fucking short, really weird zebra dress was for Nada.
Where did you hear like he's not moving in now? Thank you for your $5. November's tight for everyone, yeah. Try on color contact. I find them so uncomfortable, you know? I don't go along with the crowd either. I hope Pete's keep.
No, you just go along with what you think your current love interest wants you to be. Wow. I'm not going to go where my brain is going because I'll get into trouble. That cat's very asleep.
This place, it's steady. People paying the hate, yeah. It wasn't $100, no. You could tell the $100 donations are red. So it's like, I think it's like above $10, $5, but below 10. They hate on everything, mommy. Don't matter. Melinda, am I going to lose weight by surgery or sleeve or what? I don't know about keeping people who like as mods, like, I know people have things that happen in their life and I don't fault them for it and I don't get mad. But it's just like, what's the point of having people as mods if they're not going to actually mod? Should I just like,
Oh no. Some people have lives. No, the only mods I'm going to have, the only people I'm going to consider beezers, the only people I will consider friends, but not really, are those who are available to me whenever I need them to be. They are cyber pizzas. Wow. What an ambition in life to be is Foodie's cyber emotional support puppies. Hate it to be me.
They don't need to be mods, you know? Is it just like an honorary thing, or I don't know. No, I'm serious. I'm like not mad at all. I don't know. I just was like, I'm gonna go live. Didn't feel like getting ready. I saw this, but then I do also like to. I feel weird without hijab. I really do. Like a lot of times.
So basically, because we all know that the first thing Foodie says, if immediately followed by a contradiction or a correction, is true. So she wanted to go live. She couldn't be asked to get ready, so she put that on. So everything she's been saying. Oh dear.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no, but overall, mostly, I think it's because I wore it for 3 years. Makeup tutorials. Who cares if I just threw it on? What does that matter? What does it matter? Even if I like the fashion of hijab and wasn't Muslim, I'm allowed to wear it. What does that matter? Another scam. Yeah, your face. I know too.
It is another scam, but it's a scam for Salah and Salah only.
Today is definitely a cleaning day. No, not all Muslims wear it. Nope, you don't have to. People can wear headscarves, hijab if they want to. And I am religious, so like you have nothing to say about it. It's not your business. Not going for a little walk. You can wear hijab. Nobody owns. Yeah, you can wear hijab if you want. If you go on, like, I can't remember the name of the hijab place. There's like a website that even says that in their FAQ. Like, you don't have to be Muslim to wear hijab, just like you don't have to wear hijab if you're Muslim. You know, it's like one of those things. Headscarf? I don't know. They don't understand. Exactly, Naomi. The people who are bothered don't even understand Islam at all. I agree.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Ask me anything. I dare you.
I identify as a Muslim person. I never like fully stopped. I was just like, I never came out and said I'm not Muslim. Well, I'm not agnostic right now. Okay, so I don't know like what difference it makes in your life. Cultural appropriation, whatever. Don't care. There's not a single person from any other culture other than shit world that have a problem with it, so they can all kiss off. I'm not hurting anyone. I'm in my own journey. I don't have to answer to anybody. So I live at Donald Street, 1240 Donald Street. Yep, you're right. Yep. I never said I started wearing it to get attention from Salah. What are you talking about? When did I say that? So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. But I'm also trying to figure out like, clean slate. Remember these stickers? I'm trying to figure out what the heck to do with myself. So I'm trying to plan like things to do, and I just don't know what I want to do. I don't know how you put up with these people. I know, carefree. I don't either. Money. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't. And you guys.
So if she does get demonetized, don't think she's going to make the fucking effort. Except, obviously, she will still make videos because she needs to chat to somebody. Because she's got nobody.
People like you. No, because if I get demonetized, I will just use the couple's channel.
That's so not going to work for you, Foodie. Because whatever way you look at it, the money either won't come at all or won't go to you.
Which means I should upload something from there. Ooh, I should go live from that channel. Are you guys subbed to Salah and Chantal? Because if I don't do an upload, like, now, welcome, Deftones Andy, then I won't be able to, then it will be demonetized. I'm going to go live on there, like, right now. Yeah, I need to stop swearing. I 100% need to. I need a swear jar. We can move over there. Yeah. So how about I go live there for now? The side channel's like Pete's. Yeah. It's not money for Salah. He's not getting any money. I don't...
Islamically, swearing is the least of your issues. You are expected to be even-tempered, kind, to not speak badly about people, to not tell lies, to not try to cause trouble for other people. You have to respect your parents. You have to respect your elders. You have to be kind to the poor and needy and to children. You have to act in a manner that represents your faith. So not swearing is the least of your worries.
Oh, like, people are insane. Not if it's, No, if you get your channel canceled, then it's ban evading. But if you just get demonetized, you can do another channel content.
I looked into it. If you already have an existing channel linked to your channel, it should share the same AdSense because you should have given it the same information. This is my channel, it's linked to this bank account that's in my name. And therefore, if the main channel gets demonetized, so does the other one because you share AdSense. If your channel gets demonetized and you don't have any other channels, you are not allowed to create a new channel to circumnavigate the demonetization, even if you opened it as another person, let's say. As Foodie already has 2 channels, again, it's either in her name with her bank account details and therefore will not receive money, or it's in Salah's name but registered in Kuwait, in which Salah will get the money, or it's in Salah's name and registered in Syria and won't be monetized because Syria is under sanctions. So no money in one scenario, no money in the other scenario, or money goes to Salah. And then Foodie will have to ask Salah for money for stuff. So which he will have complete financial control over her.
It's not ban evading, right? I think it was the whole 500 kids and no money thing. I'm just kidding. Okay, honestly, I'm just going to say it just can't be the same kind of content. Is that right? Call it sit and spin. Roll my eyes, pause, roll my eyes. I'm actually not super happy, but I'm trying. I'm single, but I'm not interested in seeing anybody. No.
Because I want Salah and Salah only. He will be mine. Fuck off, Willie.
Because like the couples channel, I got an email like if we don't do content like in the next few days, then it's gonna be because we didn't do content in so long. So if you don't do content in like 6 months or so, you get demonetized. I've been married for 3 years and living in an Islamic country for 3 years, and been Muslim for 3 years. Wore hijab for 3 years. I think people just expect everything to just be like, I don't know. It's just not the same. I'm gonna stay going live here, but I'm only gonna go live on that channel just so I can keep it monetized, and then I'll come back here. So I'm telling the unnamed cat.
Right, now here's the thing. There is a lot more to this live, even when it's been edited down. And quite frankly, I cannot be asked. So I'll do a summary. She starts talking about Pete's maybe moving in with her after a year or so, when she's definitely settled. But she thinks it's more likely she'll want to travel. Now, by travel, I think she's saying going to Syria, whether permanently or just to visit. But as we all know, she thinks if she visits, she can stay because she'll just convince everybody she can stay. Or her and Salah have talked about meeting up in other countries. Because Salah has definitely changed his mind about coming to Syria and living with Foodie, but if he gives her the idea that they could still travel together and meet up periodically in other places, she'll, not go nuclear on him, tell all the dirt on him, and, pretty much do a Cuba rage but sober at Salah, and also expose the shady business he was doing under the pretense of the perfume company in Kuwait, which, if you dig around in my previous videos from a while back, I suspect is money laundering. My opinion, not fact, by the way. So that's it. Salah has said a few things to temper the beast. Conveniently, the night before payday, and Foodie still thinks she's got a chance, and so is now portraying herself as somebody she clearly isn't in order to, you know, get her foot in a bit further. Anyway, I'm just going to continue to cuddle my cat. And thank you for watching. Alright? Yeah, I love you too. Okay, let's get off this. Alright. Say bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.